Hey, speaking of Tank, the reality show Shark Tank is going to be making its way to the Queen City, coming to Charlotte soon for auditions for entrepreneurs and inventors that are in need of venture capital. They are going to pitch their companies and their ideas in the hopes that one of the Sharks, like Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, he's one of the Sharks, hoping that they will invest in their dream. So in honor of that, we've got some ideas in the form of Hornets players that we'd like to present to the rest of the crew. Calamity James is going to get involved in this as well and see if we can convince the other members of the team to take us up on that offer. So first, we're going to go out to Calamity James and find out about her company. What you got?
Alrighty. So for my company, I've got Brianna Weber's initial offering. So what we're a small startup originally from Silicon Valley looking for investors to help expand our operations. So a little bit about us. We are athletic and aggressive, especially on defense, which is something that, is kind of a big need right now. We're 6'2" with a 6'7" wingspan, which is always nice. And then you also have excellent hand-eye coordination as well. He's a drive first and pass first point guard. So you're not going to get a whole lot of shooting out of him, but he was a top-rated D-League prospect. And in 31 D-League games, I got some numbers for you because I know Shark Tank guys like numbers. He's got 16.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and big growth, which is important for a point guard, 7.4 assists, which is up from 4.2 last year. So that's some excellent growth. That's what you want to see in the business and from a point guard. He also has 3.3 steals, 11 double-doubles, and 5 triple-doubles. So, given the opportunity, he could be a success like CDR, maybe, like he was a few years ago. But what we are, in order to get him to that kind of surprise success, what we're looking for is 5 to 10 minutes per game for a few straight games. And if we get that, we're going to get a steal every single game.
All right. Well, I like all of those numbers. I'm a big stats guy, so I like those numbers. But I'm worried a little bit about the market that he's walking into, which is one, as we've already discussed, Steve Clifford. It seems like he may fall into that Ray McCallum hole of this is an emergency situation. He's going to continue to lean on Brian Roberts, but maybe not. Maybe the fact that this Hornets team is going to be making a push to the playoffs and may need to take some chances to do that could work in his favor. Justin, are you in or out on Brianna Weber getting 5 to 10 minutes for the next couple of games?
I think he could get snuck in the second and third quarters. I do believe 5 minutes is doable. You're at a point now where I understand, you don't really want to play some young guys, but right now, you need all the help you can get, so I'm in.
Well, that would take minutes away from. How about this? Maybe 5 to. Here's my counter offer: 5 to 10 minutes in a blowout win versus Los Angeles, and we'll see how he plays in the fourth quarter. And then I want to give you a little money now, but I need to get my money back if he can't live up to it. That's my counter offer.
Hey, that's fair. I'm glad you mentioned Ray McCallum because I think that was a shame that we kind of let him go without giving him any sort of experience on the court. Also, to your point about Brian Roberts, right now we're between Kemba Walker and Brian Roberts. It's not like we can't afford to kind of branch out a little bit and explore other opportunities. So, right now I'm kind of sitting here like, yeah, we'll take that 5 to 10 with the Lakers game, but I think that he's going to earn his way into getting some more points as well.
I think it's a great point, and one thing to note about Brianna Weber, very confident in his set of skills. He's got a set of skills, and he talks a lot about it, and he's very confident. And I think he felt a little slighted by what happened in Golden State, so he will have a chip on his shoulder. I like it. I like this company. I think that it was a good investment by the Hornets to go for the 10-day, try out Brianna. Hopefully they give him a shot. And instead of going for a Brandon Jennings type that was, Brandon Jennings has underachieved this season and would have cost them money, possibly even into next season. So I like this deal. All right, Justin, you're up next. What's your company?
All right, I'm with Cho Knows Advisory Group. I understand things are toxic right now.
Cho Knows Advisory Group. I like this.
Cho Knows.
Okay.
My man. I know people are questioning the construction of this roster. I understand
There's some construction issues, okay?
I understand people aren't happy, and they say we're lacking toughness.
Okay.
And we lack real shooters. They say we lack talent. But I want to talk to you guys about a little something. Don't think about Lance Stevenson. I brought in Al
Why
Jefferson.
did you bring him up then?
I brought in Al Jefferson, Jeremy Lin, and CDR that Calamity James mentioned.
Okay.
And I want to say another thing. I think that's a very important step.
Don't think about my bankruptcies. Think about
two folks, 2 playoff appearances in the last 3 years. What I'm asking for you today is some hope and some belief. I'm asking for 2 more years.
2 more years.
To see my core of Kemba Walker, Nick Batum. I was iffy on the third one, so I'm gonna just go with Marvin Williams and say, hey, we're gonna get to a viable top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. 2 more years.
What? Okay, so but Calamity, he opens up a great point by not mentioning MKG. We need to negotiate what assets are you willing to be negotiable on in order to get your 2 years? And I'm not sure about 2 years, Calamity. And I don't know if fans are. Are they willing to wait 2 more years with this core?
Well, for me, I think that with Rich Cho and Steve Clifford are kind of a package deal. So, because I think Steve Clifford gives Rich Cho a lot of negotiating power, because there are players around the league who really do want to come and play for Steve Clifford. Like, that's how good his reputation is. And Justin, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, that seems to be the case. So, I think that if we're going to give him 2 more years, then we got to talk about Steve Clifford as well. Because, in my opinion, I think that they're kind of, one and the same.
Oh, Clifford stays.
Well, here's the issue. So for a long time, I think the fan base and the pundits and this show have been very they've been very trusting of Rich Cho. When they've made moves that seem to be a little questionable at the time, the Mo Williams acquisition, different things like that, you go, wait a minute, but Cho has a track record, and as you said, 2 playoff appearances, we've given him a little bit of a leash, but this has been a different kind of season, because he has not made the move except for Miles Plumlee, which I'm hearing a lot of negative things about the Miles Plumlee deal, and I understand. Game over, man. Game over. R.I.P. Bill Paxton. Send one up. Pour one out. What? All right. So I'm hearing a lot of negative things about the Miles Plumlee deal. I don't think they would be so negative if Plumlee was still on the floor. It was an unfortunate injury.
Right.
So, I mean, yes, there's money issues, but we were okay with this deal. But I'm getting a little off track. I don't know if there's going to be, if the Hornets miss the playoffs and he doesn't, he didn't go after Lou, or I won't say didn't go after, but didn't acquire Lou, didn't acquire Brandon Jennings. I think there will be some questions. So I think for those reasons, like Shark Tank, for those reasons, I'm out.
I got to say that I might be out as well. But the only thing is, though, yeah, sorry. 2 years, I mean.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
But I think that, I mean, you can't, at least I will say this in Rich Cho's defense, you can't put injuries on the GM. You can't do that. But what you can put on the GM is not reacting
Fans will do
to
that, though.
Injuries. I'm sorry, what now?
I said fans will do that.
And I think that's unfair.
Can we get the pulse of the nation over
2
here?
cents.
All right, so Mark's saying the problem with Clifford, we have no cap, so we need to get more athletic via the draft because guys are cheap. Mark also saying Roberts hasn't had a steal since Sessions went down. That's 11 games. Yeah, I mean, Roberts is not a risk taker on defense, that's for sure.
That's not happening.
But let's see if we have anything on Twitter before I move on. Nothing yet on Twitter. All right, so I've got my company. Are you ready for this? My company is Batum Incorporated. It's based in France. We have very skilled people working for us, and we're multi-talented. Some say we can do it all. Since the All-Star break, we've seen huge production rises from 15 points per game to 21.3. Wowza! Yes, it's a small sample size, but our company is aggressively pursuing success, more so than earlier in the year. It's about being aggressive in this economy. This is what we're asking for. You ready for this? We're asking for just a little bit of leeway from the fans and belief that we as a company, Batum Incorporated, can be a major contributor on this team for many years. Because listen, that Los Angeles Clippers game showed something. What do you guys think? Are you in and out? Little leeway, that's all we're asking for.
I'll let Calamity go first.
All right, Calamity, you're up first then.
Alrighty. So with Nick Batum, I mean, when you sign a max deal over the offseason, you got to come to produce the next year. And, you know, he signed that max deal. Hornets invested a lot of effort and a lot of faith into doing so. Now, I will say that shooters are going to shoot, and they're also going to get streaky as well. So, but this has been a pretty long streak. So, I mean, if he can turn it around, if he can turn it around before the end of this road trip, which ends Saturday, if he can turn it around before the end, then I'll give him a little bit more of a leash there. But because he needs to show that he can perform on the road, and then he can bring that back and perform it.
Listen, all valid points, but let me just say this. He's one of 7 NBA players right now averaging 14 points and 7 rebounds and 5 assists this season. Again, can do a little bit of everything. Not many players like Batum. Plus, he hit a franchise-high tying 8 3-point field goals at Los Angeles. So he has awards. We're getting we're like one of those the Dodge truck commercial where it's like we win all the awards. Nick Batum.
Motor Trend Player of the Year.
Motor Trend Player of the Year.
That was clutch.
Thank you. Thank you, Producer Kurt.
You know, this one is tough for me, but understanding that I feel like as better as Kemba has gotten, I think
I need an
Batum
offer. Are
has
you
helped
in
a
or
little
out?
bit. And you know what? Kirk? I'm going out.
Oh,
I'm going out.
Jeez.
I'm going out. Even though I'm going out.
Wow. That's just revenge for me not going in on your deal.